So in our last video, let's see, what were we looking at? Not that one. Yeah, this guy. We had a moving ball, but it's just going off the screen into infinity, and we wanted to figure out how to make it so it detects that we've hit the edge. You know, before I talk about that, though, I kind of glossed over this idea that the coordinates of the canvas in Code Sculptor start here at 0, 0, and then get bigger in the y direction by going down, and get bigger in the x direction by going right. This is different from microworld, so I should kind of talk about that for a second. In microworlds, remember the if our x core is 0 and our y core is 0, that means we're in the center of the screen. So in microworlds, 0, 0 is the center of the screen. In Code Sculptor, 0, 0 is the top edge of the screen. All right. So in Code Sculptor, when we're at, like, let's see what the width of our screen is about. Let's see, what's our project size? If I say show project size, so our project size, so this is the width of our canvas. The main window is basically our canvas, right, in microworlds. So the canvas in microworlds has this one has a width of 576 and a height of 322. So if we had a canvas this size in Code Sculptor, then to get to the middle of the canvas, we would have to be at let's just 576 over 2 and 322 over 2. What's that come out to? Yeah, so we would have to be in the center in Code Sculptor, we would have to be at 288, 161. Okay, and also the other thing is that in microworlds, usually to move a guy forward, if we said let's call this update pause. Okay, so if we were going to update our position forever with this on click, right? Normally what we would do in microworlds is something like, forward 5, wait 1, right? Something like that. Make this bigger. But and that would work fine when we click. Oh, I don't know how to. Oh, wait, not what. And we could, we could set the direction of this guy, and then whatever direction he was in, when we click on him, he's going to go in that direction, right? There's another thing that you can do. Let's clear this. Let's go home. So there's another thing that you could do, which was more like what we did in Code Sculptor, because we don't have this idea of going forward in whatever direction we're facing. That can be built in, but it's not already built in for you. I mean, that can be added, but it's not built in. So what we could do is we could say set x to the x core plus 2, and set y to the y core plus 1, kind of like what we did with in Code Sculptor before. And now if we click on this guy, oh, we didn't put any weights in between. Let's do that. Let's say weight 1. So now if we click on this guy, okay, so now he's changing his x and his y, but he's not turning, right? He's not rotating. The figure's not rotating. So but the thing to notice about this is that not only do we start in the middle at 0, 0, but if when we add to y, we go up. When we add to x, we go to the right. Okay. In Code Sculptor, when we add to y, we go down. We still go right. In both coordinate systems, we go to the right when we add value to x. But in Code Sculptor, when we add to y, we go down, and in MicroWorlds, when we add to x, we go up. Okay, so I just wanted to get that clear before we move on. So I think now we're ready to go to the next video about detecting the edge of the world in Code Sculptor.